Pranamams to you all learned people. I welcome you all to this serial program of Vastu resolves problems. Title of this present episode is Introduction to Vastu. I am Mudigonda Vastu Sampath Kumar, a Vastu consultant for 3 decades. First, let me submit my gratitudes to my Guruji, a world-renowned Vastu Brahma titled late Kasnan Subramanyam Garu. First, I like to submit 2 evidences for establishing this Vastu Shastra. One, wherever I go for a Vastu visit, I give about the narration of the occupants of the particular structure. And also, if any defect is found, I explain why it should be called as a defect and effects of a defect and remedies of that defect also. The second evidence is an empirical evidence on the said planet. Almost in every continent, our Vastu is observed. These 2 evidences are enough for understanding the Vastu Shastra. What is this Vastu Shastra? Among 4 important Upavedas, Vastu is an unique one, serving the humankind in a practical way. Other 3 Upavedas are Astrology, Yoga, Ayurveda. If I have to talk about yoga, because of the persuasion of this present Indian Union government, of course, United Nations also has adopted the yoga because of its usefulness. And another one, Ayurveda. To understand the potentiality of an Ayurveda, I give a simple illustration of value of a patent rights of a neem tree, which runs into lakhs of crores of rupees. Like that, similar to the neem tree, n number of treasures are there in Ayurveda. Had there not been foreign invasions for 8 centuries in India, the development of Ayurveda alone would have placed India, would have made India as the richest country in the world. So, in going into details of Vastu, there are 2 concepts in Vastu. One, a concept of Panchabhuta, and second, a concept of Ashtadikpalaka. What is this Panchabhuta? Earth, water, fire, air, sky. All these fires are called as Panchabhutas. Every human body is made of these Panchabhutas. So even in constructing a house, even in constructing a structure, this Vastu, observation of Vastu or implementation of the principles of Vastu will ensure that Panchabhutas are respected in raising a structure. And the second concept of Ashtadikpalaka. What are Ashtadikpalakas? God in charges for 8 directions. What are all those 8 directions? East, south, west, north, southeast, southwest, northwest, and northeast. For all these 8 directions, 8 different gods are given as made as in charges for all these 8 cardinal directions. So based on these 2 principles and concepts, Vastu Shastra is developed. Of course, many more things are there which we'll be discussing in the coming episodes. So then these things are common. So Vastu applies to applicability of common to anybody on this earth also is very common, regardless of caste, creed, religion, and geography. Why Vastu should be followed? And when compared to astrology, in astrology, for getting rid of any defects, even if a remedy is prescribed there, result of a remedy in an astrology is not much certain in astrology. But in Vastu, certainty of the result of a remedy is to be taken into the consideration for understanding the practicability of the Vastu Shastra. And horoscope cannot be changed. That comes by birth, based on the place and day, place, time, and date of birth. But whereas Vastu, That is within our whole, within us. That is within our capacity. But at the same time, if a Vastu, if a house is ensured, if it's raising up in a house, if it's raising up a structure, a house or shopping or shop or industry or anything, is according to the Vastu, then results, success also would be there to all the occupants because of this, because of the greatness of this Vastu. So Vastu needs to be observed for raising any structure, whether the temple, house, shop, industry, animal house, animal shelter house, anything for that matter, for any structure, Vastu needs to be observed. Here at this time, let me caution you, many people are mistaking civil engineering or architecture to be as a Vastu, but that's not the fact. I'll explain you the reason. Civil engineering and architecture, they can raise the simple just civil engineering and can enables a person for raising a structure. That's all. Architecture, architecture of course gives beautifies any structure. These two, but if the same structure is not built as per the Vastu, and difficulties, whatever are the difficulties to be faced by the occupants of the structure, they cannot be taken away by these engineering sciences. And that's the problem. The solution for such problems is available only in Vastu. So Vastu is altogether different from civil engineering and architecture. Let me appeal to you all, learned people, by observing this Vastu in our structures, let us reap the fruits of success. And for any kind of services from me, you could contact me through either through my email or my phone number. Phone number as 967 666642. Please kindly subscribe this and share this and air your opinion, your valuable opinion. I try to see you in next episode. Pranamam.